Oh wait, oh, what I press? Okay, whoa, wow, that is definitely a thumbnail. Anyways, you put this on while you work out? Alright, pokers! I thought you were working on Java code though. Anyways, how's it going? Happy Monday. If you'll notice, yes, it is Monday. We are streaming. My meeting today got canceled, so I had extra time on top of I felt so much guilt from not streaming yesterday because yesterday was my 2-year anniversary streaming apparently. What the fuck? I just found that out today, so we missed it. Oh, well, I work OT, not out. Oh no, not like this. Man, you worked a lot today. I feel like I barely talked to you. I know you're not busy on the days that we can text a lot in a day, and then you're actually just like getting bogged down by work when I don't get any messages from you. Wait, you say you're doing Java or JavaScript? I can't quite entirely remember. Oh, that's really loud. Alright, no, fuck, I didn't. Oh my god, I was just trying to tab back into the fucking game. Time chart. Let's, so we reached. Where were we again? It's the Java component. Lame. Does this count as our 2-year anniversary on stream? I guess. I know you. It was funny because right, earlier you were like, "Yo, what if we did like a fun Q&A or Genshin and League one night only?" And I'm like, haha. Yeah, but we missed the date, so it'd be really pointless to do it now. Maybe. I feel like between the two, I'd prefer to do a League stream. Genshin and League, I think. But 2-year anniversary. 2-year anniversary. Can you believe I've been streaming for 2 years? That's insane. I've been saving up for this day to spend nuggies because why not? I mean, you usually... Well, what do you mean saving up? You usually blow all your nugs on, getting me to say nice things about myself. Happy anniversary! Thank you! Thanks, Yan! Also, how's it going? Although the anniversary was technically yesterday! I fucked up! Sad. I will never financially recover from this. Just don't spend so much on redeeming, making me say nice things about myself. iPad. But don't worry, I got you. I got you guys. I got you. I got you. I got you. Hehe. You don't need 69k. It's okay, I do. So let me just quick recap where we are right now. We're on the 2nd hour. We reached Keep Out on Achi. Tama? We played Tama. We haven't played Minorikawa or Osawa yet on hour 2. Why is I can't... What happened to the rest of Tama's story? We played more of this, no? What the heck? Am I bugging? I'm confused. Anyway, we'll do Minorikawa first, I think. I'm good at doing the most bomb mac and cheese. Anything special in it? I'm assuming if it's bomb mac and cheese, it's gotta have, like, I don't know, bacon or avocado. Alright. I love Minorikawa. Alright, esquetit. Also, though, why was my Tama timeline not showing up properly? Did I not save? Oh no, if I didn't save, then I'll have to go replay it on the side, I think. Alright, alright. The Super Cub 90 raced down Route 246 towards Shibuya. The speedometer remained at a steady 60 kph. Pumping the gas harder was no use. This was as fast as the bike would go. Oh, let's fucking go. It's a banger. Minorikawa shouted as he sped along. Damn it, I am not letting you die! He jerked the handlebars and blew past a truck on the inside. The driver scowled at him as he shot by. I added sriracha and chicken and broccoli. Ooh, now that sounds really good. I love mac and cheese. I actually thought about ordering some mac and cheese today, but I was like, wait, don't do that. I just bought groceries. Let's cook through all my groceries first while they're still fresh, and I'll maybe get some mac and cheese on Thursday or something. Or wait, what? Today's not Sunday. Fuck, I thought it was Sunday. Like, yeah. But like on Friday or something, I'll get some mac and cheese for lunch. I think maybe because you selected it to give a different person the bottle, maybe? Oh. I mean, it should still be showing an ending, right? Well, actually, we could have checked by looking at Kano, because Kano would show that, right, he actually made it to, like, Harajuku or something like that, and then all the way back to Shibuya. Because then he didn't get, right, sick from the hammer hot or whatever it's called. I can make you some? Mayhaps, mayhaps. I do indeed like grilled cheese a lot. Or not grilled cheese, sorry. I do like grilled cheese too, but sorry, mac and cheese. You maniac, you're trying to get yourself killed? Just the opposite, Minorikawa shouted back. I'm saving lives! Also let me know if the audio's too loud. I'm leaving it pretty high, but just let me know if it's too loud and I heard it down. The stoplight ahead turned red, cutting him off at the intersection. Oh, come on! He had no choice but to slam on the brakes. But his agitation boiled over as he waited for the signal to change again. How long is this thing gonna stay red? I don't know. Hurry up already. He brought the bike right up to the verge of the line, keeping the engine revved like a dragster ready to peel out. I almost said dragstar. Not on time is not in my dictionary. For a second, I didn't realize that there was a quotation mark followed by an apostrophe, like open apostrophe for like inner quotation. So I was really confused. I was like, not on time apostrophe? Is this a typo? And then I'm like, oh, I see. I read the rest of the sentence in my head first. Not on time is not in my dictionary. The light turned red. What? Then Minorikawa's own light turned green at last. He hit the accelerator as hard as he could. Oh, the other light turned red. His engine died with a sputter. Oh, this dude. Okay, we know this dude's the clown. Huh? Oh, come on. What the hell? Car horns blared angrily behind him. In a fury, he pulled his bike over to the side of the road. The bike looks like a little face. No matter what he did, the engine refused to turn over. Whoa, also, I just realized, so on my main monitor right now, I have the game open. And on my second monitor, I have OBS. And actually reading the game in the OBS window is somehow, I think it's because this monitor is like a little smaller and like dimmer, so like, I don't know. I think the text being really, really big on like a graphic background just makes the text harder to read. I'm gonna try reading it through OBS. Let's see if this is cursed. No matter what he did, the engine refused to turn over. Was the problem with the spark plug or maybe the battery? Whatever it was, he didn't have the time to figure it out now. Just popping in to say hi. So hi, y'all. Hey, Mr. L. How you doing today? Thank you for popping in to say hello. But bye-bye now. Have a lovely evening. Oh, hydrate or dihydrate? I'll make sure to get this in before you leave. Yo, fuck OBS. Actually, Ian, so the issue we had on the weekend with the podcast, I think I've actually had something similar happen to me. And I was thinking about it for a long time because I remember I had this issue before, actually. It might be a problem with the, because you have a capture card, right? It might be a problem with the Elgato audio drivers, because I actually remembered I uninstalled the audio driver, and that fixed the desktop audio problem. So try uninstalling Elgato Audio Driver. Because it doesn't actually. But the thing is, like, right. So that won't actually remove your capture card capabilities to stream via OBS. Because, like, I still have it working in OBS. I just am missing the audio driver. And every time I boot my computer up, it's like, oh, audio driver is missing. But, like, if you, I guess, if you connect your capture card, your Switch via your capture card and into your monitor or whatever, or into your computer, it still detects the input. It still detects the Switch as an input, and it will output Switch audio. So I don't really know why. I don't know why Elgato capture card still works without the audio driver, but I do know that it fixed the desktop audio problem for me in OBS. So if you want to try it, if it doesn't work, I'm sorry, but this was just my solution that I finally remembered yesterday. All right, back to the gum. With tears in his eyes, he left the bike, his companion of 10 years abandoned on the roadside. Oh, it's so sad. He was about to break into a run when he saw a taxi dead ahead letting out a passenger. So uninstall the driver or update? I think uninstall. So I tried to uninstall. Sorry, I uninstalled. I don't know if you can just uninstall, because I didn't uninstall like Elgato, the game capture. I uninstalled specifically the Elgato audio driver. So I don't remember how I did that, but I do know I'm only missing the audio driver. Everything else, like Elgato game capture, will still boot up for me. It will just say missing audio driver. I end up switching Streamlabs and it works great. I mean, if Streamlabs works too, then it doesn't really matter. Like, you don't need to fix it, but I'm just saying, if you really want to try to fix OBS, this was the solution that worked for me when my OBS was bugging, like, like 6 months ago. He hurried to hop into the cab. Just head for Shibuya Station. I'll let you know exactly where once we get closer. The taxi driver nodded coolly. He got them sunglasses. The taxi driver nodded coolly. Of course, sir. 10 minutes! I need you to get me there in 10 minutes. The driver grimaced. I'm afraid getting there in 10 minutes is a bit... 15 then. Sir, that's still... Look, that's all the time I can afford. Assuming traffic conditions cooperate, sir, then maybe. I can't make any promises. Minorikawa looked at the driver's ID photo above the fare meter. His name was Hachiro Kimizuka. Streamlabs has cool alerts. Yeah, I mean, I think Streamlabs OBS is actually by far much more powerful than regular OBS. Like, majority of people use Streamlabs OBS, except for me, because I'm lazy as fuck to actually go through and set things up. And I'm just used to regular OBS, and these days, literally all I do is hit start stream. Like, I don't do anything fancy, so I don't feel compelled to upgrade to Streamlabs. So Streamlabs is really powerful OBS. His name was Hachiro Kimizuka. He was a middle-aged fellow, looked a little rough around the edges. Kimizuka-san, I chose you for this. You can do it. Chose me? Sir, I'm pretty certain we met by chance. Okay, sure. I suppose you could phrase it that way. Anyhow, can we get going? Right, Kimizuka said with a faint sigh. I'll see what I can do. The taxi pulled away at a decent clip. Okay, saving. Minorikawa's frantic journey had started 20 minutes earlier. He'd been at home working on an interview piece. He clucked his tongue in annoyance as the ringphone broke his train of thought. Why did someone always call right when the words were flowing? If he didn't keep getting interrupted, he probably could wrap the piece in no time. Be quiet! He pointed at the telephone as he yelled, I'm writing here. But his shouting did nothing to silence the ringing. He didn't have much choice but to pick up. Minorikawa speaking. There was no response. Hello? He hesitated, ready to hang up. Was this a prank call? It's me. It's Toyama. It was Teruo Toyama, president of Heaven Publishing. Okay. A publishing company that puts out both hard-hitting and non-fiction books and tabloid-style scandal rags. The Invincible Journalist, penned by company president Toyama himself, was a candidate for the Japan Non-Fiction Prize. Oh, good for you, my dude. Pop off. Oh, what do you want? If this is about work, I'm already booked pretty full. He'd taken work from Heaven Publishing on several occasions, but the pay was hardly competitive. Lately, he'd been turning them down a lot, so he hadn't heard from Toyama in a while. No, this isn't work-related. Then what do you want? I'm kind of pressed for time here, working on some copy. Minorikawa was in no mood to beat around the bush. It seems like every conversation he had with Toyama went like this. Ah, you're busy. That's good. Busy's good when you're a freelancer. Toyama sounded unusually sympathetic. Minorikawa found it off-putting. Booked. I get it. But I'm glad you got it, Samp, because I totally didn't. Also, hello, Samp. How's it going? Happy Monday. Happy, apparently, 2 years anniversary stream. I feel so bad. Because I was thinking I shouldn't stream Shibuya Scramble, especially if Life Iris can't make it, because he's the one who's most excited to watch these streams. And then I was like, besides, Nuru and I are playing League anyways, so you know, no reason to stop a good time to stream if Life Iris can't be there. And oh my god. Happy 2 years. Thank you. Happy 2 years to you too, Sampleton. You've been around the channel for a very, very, very long time. I will watch the VODs religiously. Your YouTube channel will be my scripture. This is too funny though, because Sampleton, let me tell you a story. This morning, right? I told Life Iris, I literally texted him saying, also don't worry, by the way, I didn't stream last night because you went to see like Batman, so I didn't want to do Shibuya Scramble without you. And he was like, damn, I was looking forward to seeing the VOD. I was like, fuck, shit, fuck, it's just still should just streamed. But now you're getting the live commentary. See, Life Iris now, other people are gonna watch the VOD and be like, oh my god, Pengy's talking to Life Iris. What a cool guy. He's getting name dropped on stream. Yeah. Yeah, that's logic, but... Anyways, hi Samp. I just want to say, Samp, Eon, thanks for being my mods all these years, and Life Iris, thank you for always being first. Got him. I've been doxxed on stream too. This is true. You are like one of the few people I've actually accidentally doxxed on stream by saying your name. Life Iris just got swag points. Swaggy. But I really should have been more cognizant that I'm hitting 2 years on Twitch, because I was thinking literally just like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm probably actually, I was actually thinking, because I thought I started in February, so I was like, oh, actually, my 2 years was a while ago. And then this morning, I just so happened to go and check, because Life Hour was like, wait, is there a way to actually check? And I was like, I don't know, and then I looked it up, and there is. And so then I went in, and I was like, wait a minute, 13th of March, that was yesterday. XD Lamau? So I don't know, we should have done something more special. Life Iris was like, you should do like a fun Q&A chatting stream or something, or a one night only Genshin League stream, because you're addicted to those games. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Neither of those games would even be so interesting to watch is the problem either. Or like, I mean, Genshin could be good for vibes. I just run around and farm and talk, but like, League would be so boring to watch. Or not really so good to stream either, because it's like, I can't be talking to you guys. I need to look at the game. Can't be window shopping as I suddenly get deleted by Shaco popping out at me and murdering my ass. Can't be window shopping, can't be looking at chat, can't do anything. Anyways. We're playing a game? Yeah? Okay. But we'll do something special soon. Since we missed the anniversary, I'll do something more special when, I don't know, something else rolls around. Like my birthday or something. I hear sales have been good on your end, he said cautiously. With this month's 4-Star General Gossip and all. 4-Star General Gossip was a monthly magazine, Heaven Publishing's flagship publication. It had a small circulation for the most part, and for the most part flew under the radar, but once in a while they'd land some big scoop and sell like crazy. This month's edition had come with a free scratch card, a gimmick that had moved 100,000 copies with ease. If you do great. See, I would do great until the 13-1 Shaco pops out at me and murders me under tower. I'm not telling a true story from yesterday. 5 winning symbols in a row. 5 winning symbols in a row wins 100,000 yen. Was it? Minorikawa asked. A weak, moist sound came through the receiver. Baffled, Minorikawa listened more closely. It came again, then again. It sounded kind of like sobbing. Mr. Toyama, are you crying? There was another soft sob and then yet another. What's going on? Where are you? Minorikawa asked. At the office, Toyama managed. Oh, keyword a little dusty. At the office, Toyama managed. He let out another mewling whimper. What's the matter? It's nothing. Well, it's gotta be something. Come on, what is it? Toyama gave no reply. Mr. Toyama, you still there? Silence. But you could say it's only because you're distracted by having to stream while playing. I could say that in the future, but I can't speak for me yesterday. LOL. Huh. I hate Shaco, stupid clown. He's not even that good of a champ, he's just so fucking obnoxious. What is it? What happened? Murph. Look, Murph doesn't tell me anything. What the hell is going on? Toyama squeaked out a drawn-out whine. Okay, I'm sick of this. I'm hanging up now. Minorikawa was about to break the connection when he heard Toyama murmur. The only thing I can do now is die? Wow. Okay, the whole story just got a lot juicier. The taxi lurched into a sudden stop as the driver slammed on the brakes. Oh, so he was the taxi guy. Oh, pfft. Every clown needs to find the circus. This is true. This is true. I am not a clown. I am the whole circus. You know what? Shaco is just trying to help me find my way home. He might have gone a little overboard, though, and it resulted in me dying under tower, but it's okay. Minorikawa pitched forward, his face smacking against the back of the seat in front of him. Kimitsuko stuck his head out the window. Careful, buddy, he shouted at someone in the street ahead. You're gonna get yourself killed. Yep. Minorikawa blinked the stars from his eyes and saw a man moving alongside the cab. The guy grabbed onto the handle of the back door. Please, I need you to let me have this cab. No way, Minorikawa snapped. Just who did this guy think he was? Please, I'm begging you here. Look, I'm in a hurry, pal. Get your own cab. I know how ridiculous this must sound, but please, this is really, really urgent. Urgent? Yes, it's a matter of life or death. I really need to come up with different voices for them because there's like, it's really hard to distinguish who's talking. The guy did look pretty desperate. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm dealing with something urgent here too. Then let me ride with you. I can't think of good voices for them. I'll pay for the whole fare. My entire future's on the line here. The guy sure was persistent. Maybe he was telling the truth. But Minorikawa had problems of his own. Sorry, bud. It's life or death on my end, too. This is just bad. I gotta look after me and mine. Right. So sorry to trouble you. Finally, the guy gave up and shuffled away. Guess it couldn't have been all that much of a life-ending crisis after all. Minorikawa checked his wristwatch. Damn it! Some clowns can be rodeo clowns, too. This is true, but... do I look like the rodeo? That just cost us 5 minutes. Try to make it up, sir, the driver called back. The taxi lurched into motion, the engine quickly revving up to speed. Why is my keyboard so dusty? I wiped it just like yesterday or the day before. Once inside the building, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Heaven Publishing rented out the 3rd and 4th floors. Oh, so he's going to check on the Toyama. In all likelihood, Toyama would be at the editing apartment of 4-star General Gossip on the 4th floor. When he got there, however, the door was locked. Mr. Toyama! Toyama-san! He shouted and banged, but there was no reply. Something was seriously wrong. Minorikawa took a deep breath and then kicked the door in. Whoa! The sight as he stepped into the office filled him with horror. What does a rodeo look like? I don't know. I've never been to war. Minorikawa clutched... Oh my god, okay. Minorikawa clutched the sides of his head. I'm too late. Did we get a bad ending? Oh no, if only I'd gotten here a little sooner. Ah, so Kano needs to not stop the cab. Fuck. I really, like, oh man, I do really like something I think this game is doing. One day I want to kick a door in. Same. Yo, I'm gonna do it right now. Bah! No, I'm kidding. It's Ghost Game all over again. I mean, see, the thing is here that something that I think this game does super well is you are very, very, very cognizant that you are at a bad end before you actually get the ending screen, right? Before you actually occur at the bad end. And like, obviously, I personally feel as if I'm traveling a bit of the golden path. Like, I'm getting all the bad ends correctly. And obviously, like, I think this is a game that wants you to see a lot of the bad ends. Like, they don't anticipate most people will get every single... They don't anticipate people will be avoiding... How do I say this? It's not the goal of the game to see if the player gets a good end or bad end, because, like, right, in the load screen, it was showing my bad end count. So they want me to actually be very, very aware of how many bad ends I've hit, because they want me to find all of them, and that's part of the design. Like, it's part of their goal. Their goal is to get everyone. If only you had a vision. A vision. I don't need visions. I'm just smart. What? Like, it's very clear, though, that their goal is to get everyone to get a bad ending, all of the bad endings, because I really do strongly feel that I'm traveling the correct golden path. So, and by that I mean, like, every single bad end I've occurred at, it's actually, they're strongly guiding you towards the bad end. And something I think this game does really well is, one, you're really cognizant that you're arriving at a bad end, but because of how, like, oh, you swap between stories and, like, again, I'm on this golden path to get all these bad ends, you become super cognizant of what choice you made recently that caused this bad end. So one, it makes correcting the bad end really easy, and two, you don't feel bad for getting the bad end because, right, I was like, oh, yeah, no, this guy is dead, because if I had been here 5 minutes sooner, he wouldn't have died, and I would have been 5 minutes sooner had I not chosen to flag the taxi down as Kano. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they do a really good job of, like, sculpting the player's thought process in a way that makes us feel intelligent and not confused why we got a bad ending. So I think that's something that this game does really, really strongly so far. Some of them are really interesting. These bad ends are also mostly catching me off guard, to be honest. Like, fucking, what's his name? The Afro dude, I forget his name again. But, like, him getting taken away by fucking loan sharks, Toyama dying. I'm not saying because he got a bad end, but because of the death specifically. Yeah. But see, again, my major gripe with Corpse Party is that you would get a bad ending, and it would be pretty unclear what you did wrong sometimes. Or not even what you did wrong, but it would be really hard to, like, separate what you did right and what you did wrong so that you can correct it to get the right ending. We are intelligent. We're so fucking intelligent. It's the designer's intent of, like, making us feel intelligent, but I think that is, like, so far my biggest takeaway on this game is just that, like, the bad endings are all, like, tuned so tightly that you never feel bad for getting it, and when you get it, it's so obvious what you need to fix, so you don't feel frustrated. Like, but because, like, there's so many characters, so many different timelines. Like, if it's not clear to you what the problem is, what you had to fix, then it's like, oh my god, we're gonna be in this game forever and we're gonna get frustrated. But this game is not very frustrating. Okay. Let me into the timeline, please. Wait, what'd I press? That's a good point, because the difference between endings is night and day. Exactly, yeah. Is it this one? When did the taxi choice come? I think it's here, right? I guess let's leave, possibly, because then we won't see the taxi. If the syndicate spots us, my cover's blown, we're hosed. I can't stick around like this. Leland, I'm sorry, but at this stage I can't share any details. Is that so? Oh yes, of course. Oh, Leland's British, right? So I can give him a crappy British accent. Actually, did I ever say? I don't remember. Leland cast his eyes down and hung his head. Please don't worry, though. We are still hard at work investigating. Ah, yes. Thank you very much. With that, Kano turned away from the lecturer and went back to tailing his suspect. He pulled his phone from his pocket. It was Numi again. It was weird that she'd call twice when she knew he was in the middle of something important. Okay. How do I skip through again? Kano picked up hurriedly. What's the matter? What's the matter? You know what the matter is. Wait, I'm getting the controls wrong. How do I skip it again? Forward to next reread mark. Oh. So I had the right control. I mean, we've read this, yeah. Rather than Numi's soft soprano, this threatening masculine voice that came over the new phone. Uh-oh. Kano felt his whole body stiffen with dread. Is this my father-in-law speaking? Don't remember being anyone's father-in-law. I mean, we've read this. How do I... It's like, right? It's showing me this, but... Holding the skip forward... holding down will skip forward, but if it's not working, it means you haven't read this part before. Oh, I mean, it's not letting... I wish it would let me skip... Because, like... I think at the end of all this, there'll be parts that we haven't read before, but I wish it was letting me skip this part. Because, like, the yes sir. Kano barely squeaked out his reply. We've read this, right? Thinking about getting married? Yes, sir. And speaking of which, I'd love the chance to sit down and have a nice long... Then how long are you going to keep me waiting? Hurry up and get your ass over here. Oh, how very much Kano wished he could do exactly that. Sir, I would, but... Forget it. The words came in an angry huff. You can't have her. Goodbye. What? Sir, please wait. As Kano cried in desperation, he heard Numi's voice on the other end of the line. Dad, you can't just use my phone like that. You were taking too long in the bathroom. Give it back! Numi? Kano tried and failed to keep the heartbreak out of his voice. Sweetie, what's wrong? Your father just said he doesn't want us getting married! What? Dad? What did you say to my boyfriend? Listen to you, calling that boy little pet names and whatnot. I think you're a little too attached. Daddy, you haven't even met him. That's why I told you to have him come see me. How long's he gonna make me wait? Kano listened as the two argued on the other end of the phone. Numi, please! Numi! Please! Onegai! The phone must be lying somewhere between them. Couldn't this get any more awkward? Numi, I'm sorry, Kano shouted apologetically into the mouthpiece. It's all my fault. Please, you don't have to fight like this. The phone clattered as Numi scrambled to bring it to her cheek. No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Sorry for what? It was Shizuo again, grumbling in the background. You have nothing to apologize for. I'll deal with my father, Numi said hastily. You just focus on work, sweetie. I know you're in the middle of something really important. Thanks, Numi. Kano was legitimately touched. His little, like, smile is just so dorky looking. I'll do my best. Gambarimasu! Kano hung up and went back to the task at hand, more determined than ever. For Numi's sake, not to mention the victims, he needed to focus on cracking this case. Get it, case? I think I made that joke last time, too. The man he was tailing was walking several meters ahead. There was no telling when Kuze might give... Oh. Kano braced himself to spring into action the very instant the order came down. Mobile, command all units. Once more, the director's voice came in over the wireless. Was it time to make arrest at last? We've identified the man who first picked up the attaché case by the statue of Hachiko. I feel like I'm actually not at the right point in the timeline. Is this the taxi part? Okay, we'll keep playing it just in case. If not, then I'm gonna try the manhunt part. I think I'm not actually at the right spot in the timeline. I'm just gonna. He's Tariko Karawan. He's got priors for larceny and legal possession of narcotics. You name it. He belongs to oops. He belongs to a syndicate that's operating in Shibuya. Kind of felt his apprehension rising. Yada yada yada. All we read this for. Remember all the character events are happening the same hour. Yeah, so that's why because I went accidentally back to hour 10. I'm like, that's not right, definitely. If this syndicate behind the kidnapping, they were anything but amateurs, and the thought they might be leading the police on a wild goose chase, they certainly weren't playing around. I'm at the wrong point in the timeline. Wow, we just played all that again for nothing. Sag. Oh, so when Minorikawa meets Kano, the same time will literally be when Kano meets Minorikawa. I see what you're saying. So it's 11:10. It's this. I knew it! It's the fucking manhunt! Oh my god. Wait, what? I don't remember what I chose last time. I know it shows you, but... This may be my big chance. I should go meet with, I guess we don't try and take the taxi. No, right now I've got a job to focus on. Kano shook his head to clear the foolish... I do remember, actually, now that I think about it, last time I did say, be a good boyfriend and go meet your future father-in-law. I'm like 99% sure that's what I chose. Kano shook his head to clear out the foolish impulses. What the hell had he been thinking? A girl's life was on the line. Marrying Dumi was more important to him than anything, but now wasn't the time. Besides, now that he thought about it, running out on a critical investigation to meet with an old man probably wasn't going to score him any points. Well, it'll score him points with his future father-in-law. Numi's dad didn't strike him as someone who would approve of shirking one's responsibilities. Kano would just have to wrap up this kidnapping case a little ahead of schedule, then he could have a proper sit-down with Shizuo. As he considered his plan, he caught sight of the man with the attaché case walking by. No Dumi in his life for her anymore. I know, right? Come on. The father-in-law, the cranky father-in-law? Like, you just don't fuck with that. Whatever he wants, you give it to him. Further up along Dogenzaka, in the direction where the perp was heading, was where Yamanote Dori joined Route 246. Maybe this guy was planning to meet up with a getaway car? No, wait, hold on. If that were the plan, why would the gang have ditched the motorcycle earlier? Kano started tailing the man, racking his brain all the while. The suspect turned down a narrow side road. He wasn't heading towards Yamanote Dori or Route 246 at all, but back towards Shibuya Station. What in the world was going on? He was starting to feel like the crooks were just messing around with the investigation team. Sir, I don't think there's any point in seeing where this guy leads us anymore. That's not your call to make. Keep watching him. Sir, this is a waste of time. That girl might be in danger if... Kano's argument was cut short as he saw the man hand off the attaché case to another foreigner. Got a stroke. Again? How many times are these criminals going to pull this trick? We've actually read this part before, too. Oh, now I can go back to Minorikawa? Did we make the correct choice? I thought it would have... I thought there was a choice that said, like, oh, try and flag down attack. Oh, well, I guess that is specifically from the consequence of being like, oh, I'm gonna go do me. Okay, okay. I can't... I'm a little... This is the problem with putting so much time between playing this game. I'm a little fuzzy on some of the choices. Taxi! Takushi! Just head for Shibuya Station. If the text has a little book next to it, you can skip. Oh, okay, okay, okay. The taxi's tires squealed as the cab rounded a corner. The shift in the momentum made Minorikawa topple over in the back seat. There we go, 10 minutes on the dot, the driver announced. Minorikawa righted himself and looked out the window, Shibuya Station. I knew you could do it, Mr. Kimizuka. He told the driver how to get to Heaven Publishing. It shouldn't be more than 5 minutes further. Sir, if I may ask, just what are you in such a hurry over? Son of a bitch. I beg your pardon? Kimizuka bristled. Not you. The guy who's waiting on me, Minorikawa said. I'm gonna give that son of a bitch a piece of my mind. XD now. Like the orange text when you're scrolling. Okay, okay, okay. Noted for next time. The multi-tenant building was where Heaven Publishing had its office came into view. The taxi stopped outside. Minorikawa opened the door as he hurriedly reached for his wallet, then he stopped. What if the worst had come to pass and he needed Toyama to take Toyama to a hospital? Should he have the taxi wait here? Or would it be better to call an ambulance? Ambulance, duh. Sir, is there a problem? The driver asked. Taxi can't run red lights? Wait here, I'll be right back. No, I'm fine. You're a lifesaver. How much do I owe you? I'm gonna say call an ambulance. This feels potentially like a wrong ending, but fuck it. No, I'm fine. You're a lifesaver. How much do I owe you? Minorikawa paid the fare and got out of the cab. I'm going to swing by the train station, and if I don't get any passengers, I'll come by this way again, Kimizuka said. The taxi pulled away. Once inside, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Heaven Publishing rented out the 3rd and 4th floors. In all likelihood, Toyama would be at the editing department of the 4-star General Gossip on the 4th floor. When he got there, however, the door was locked. Toyama-san! Toyama-san! He shouted and banged, but there was no reply. Something was seriously wrong. Minorikawa took a deep breath and then kicked the door in. Whoa! Toyama was standing on a stool, about to slip his head through a noose that hung from the ceiling. Toyama-san! What the hell are you doing? Minorikawa lunged forward for Toyama. The 2 men crashed to the floor in a tangled heap. It sounds like they're having a fist fight. A pile of clutter slid off a nearby desk and fell on top of them. Minorikawa, what are you doing? Toyama whined. Dragging himself back to his feet proved something of a challenge. That's what I'd like to know. Minorikawa's fury was mounting. Oh. What the hell is this all about? He jabbed an accusing finger at the noose hanging from the ceiling. Oh, that. One of the fluorescent lights died, and I was just swapping it out. Don't you feed me that bull. What was that phone call all about? That business about how the only thing you could do was die? Tell me. haha, just a joke, haha, 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 just a joke, haha, 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 kind of funny though, haha, haha, ha. Yeah, no, not, yeah. Toyama curled his lips into a faint semblance of a smile. Minorikawa wasn't buying it, but he didn't have time to press the issue. A cute little voice echoed through the editing office. Daddy, I'm back from the store! Oh my god, he was gonna kill himself and his little girl was gonna what, bruh? A little girl came walking in carrying a length of rubber gas tubing. It was Toyama's 5th grade daughter, Hana. Minorikawa stared. Toyama, you were planning on using that hose to... He hesitated to end his sentence with gas yourself to death. Well, you know. It's almost gas heater season after all. It's summer. The hell it is. It was a beautiful sunny April day outside. Oh, it's April actually. Well, you know how sensitive I am to the cold. This was truly getting ridiculous. Minorikawa got right up in his face. Listen, just explain to me what the heck is going on, okay? He kept his voice low, but his eyes were steely. Hana clung tightly to her father, gazing worriedly up at the two men. No, it's just... Toyama let out a long, heavy sigh of resignation. Okay. Okay, keep out point. Keep out. Oh, actually, I just realized there were tips. There was an actual tip there. I wasn't quite paying attention. Well... Let me look at the timeline again real quick. Okay, interesting. Let's go with Osawa. We have yet to see him. Sigh. Wealth, status, honor. I must restore my honor. None of these mean anything to me. All I want is a peaceful life, to put worry behind me, to stay calm and serene, to be free of worldly concerns. Free at any cost. Uh-oh, copyright music. Uh-oh. A cheery rhythm pumped from the CD player set up against the study wall. It was the latest hit from Kamiki. The songwriter, I kept wanting to say singer-songwriter, but I could read that it said songwriter. The songwriter sensation who was blowing up the pop charts. Pop charts? Kenji Osawa reached for the stereo remote on his desktop. He ratcheted the volume up a little louder. He looked like the sort of man who'd be more interested in classical music, but in fact he was a huge fan of the girl rock popular with middle schoolers, XD. Closing his eyes, he swayed back and forth in time with the music, humming his favorite lyrics under his breath. But his movements faltered. It's no use. Aya's voice usually soothed whatever ailed him, but today even she couldn't help. Simp. I mean, what? Today Osawa was a complete wreck, in both body and mind. Mounds of paperwork were scattered across the desktop in his study. All of it about viruses and vaccines. Whoa. Oh. Any one of us could be K-pop, J-pop fans. It's true. Any one of us could be. Looks around. It had only been a week since he returned from a business trip to his company's branch office in the US, and he was slated to go back in another week's time. Oh shit! My god, he's flying to the US twice in like 2 weeks. That's rough, buddy. Hey, that's me. That's you. There was truly a staggering amount of work he needed to get through while he was at home. Poor guy. He picked up one of the papers, glanced at it aimlessly, then tossed it back onto the desk. Slumping back in his chair, he let out a long, deep sigh. He was in no mental state to work right now. Mood. Me all the time. A faint knock at the door barely roused him from his torpor. Director, may I come in? It was his vice director, Mamoru Tanaka. Sure. The door's open. Oh, this guy kinda cute. Tanaka came into the study. I know it's not a great time, but... Osawa could barely make out his words. He tapped the remote, lowering the volume of the music. Tanaka continued apologetically. A call came from the lab. They're hoping for a response to the email they sent yesterday. I'm sure they don't need it today. Apparently they do need an answer as soon as possible, sir. I did ask them to give you some more time, but I see, Osawa said warily. Alright then. What the hex? The keyboard got a little stuck. Hold up. Oh my god, sorry, my spacebar got like the keycap came off a little bit. Had to unplug the keyboard to fix it, right? I see, Osawa said warily. Alright then. Tanaka dipped his head slightly and slipped out of the room. Osawa contemplated his colleague. Tanaka was a man he could truly depend on. He had enough of his own work to do. He didn't need to come in here again today, but he did. They'd been working in close concert ever since Osawa had gotten back to Japan. Without Tanaka's support, there was no way he would be in a mindset to do any work at all right now. Yeesh, get a room. I mean, what? Sidling up to his computer, Osawa opened his email program and started answering the work-related messages. He reported on his business travel expenses, offered his opinions on capital investments, requested confirmation on current medical stockpiles. He worked with bleak detachment. Poor guy. None of this meant anything to him right now. Then a new email appeared in his inbox. The sender was identified simply as @. The subject line read, 1 year ago, South Africa. The message body was blank, but there appeared to be multiple images attached. Ordinarily, Osawa would have deleted a message like this immediately, assuming it was some kind of virus, assuming that it contains some kind of virus. A life virus. But the word South Africa drew his attention. Could this possibly be related to... Hello, hisashiburi desu! Hello, B, hisashiburi! How have you been? O genki? Welcome to 428 Shibuya Scramble. It is a it's a mystery adventure game. Mystery text adventure. Wow. I had a stroke, a true stroke right there. But anyways, yes, welcome to 428 Shibuya Scramble. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before. It seems that not many people have, but it's like a branching narrative text adventure, and I'm loving this game so far. The designers are just so good. I've been okay. That's good. That's good. Accidentally closed the stream. LOL. You didn't miss much. Mostly me just saying hi. And this is Shibuya Scramble. If you've heard of it, very pog. If you haven't heard of it, also very pog. Let's all experience it together. He couldn't help but wonder. For a long moment, he hovered the cursor over one of the image files. At last, as if spurred on by the upbeat rhythm in his ears, he double-clicked the mouse. And he gets a virus! Hey look, that's you! What the fuck? That's horrifying. What is this? The grainy photograph showed a large room with a dozen or so people laid out in beds. Oh, wait, that's people in beds. Okay, for a second, I thought that, like, the big circle right under medical ward was a head, and, like, the lines under that were just an arm. I thought it was basically a guy covered in a sheet, where, like, with a bag over his head. It appeared to be some sort of medical ward. Osawa felt a strange flutter in his chest. He quickly opened another image. This one showed a close-up of one of the patients in his bed. Large red blotches covered his face. A large volume of blood appeared to be dripping from his ears and nostrils. This is disgusting. One of only 27 games that Famitsu gave a perfect score since 1998. Really? I'm assuming, like, at least half that list gotta be, like, really big AAA games, right? Gotta be, like, some Nintendo shit. Nintendo games, PlayStation games, Square Enix. A cold shudder ran up Osawa's spine. What the hell? Why? You and me both, brother. These symptoms... Osawa opened up the remaining image files. Each new picture showed another of the patients. They all appeared to be teetering on the brink of death. There was no doubt about it. These people were infected with the UA virus. The UA virus. The UA virus belongs to the family of oh my god, in the scientific name. Genus scientific ukulele virus. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm being so offensive by not being able to pronounce these. Filoviridae? Like virus? All I see is Florida virus and ukulele virus. It is a member of the same family as the Ebola virus and causes UA virus fulminant? BRB, looking up what fulminant means. Fulminant. Severe or sudden in onset. Okay, today I learned. Hemorrhagic fever. Oh, fulminant hemorrhagic fever. Okay, sorry. It is capable of airborne transmission, although an infected individual cannot pass on the infection before symptoms manifest. The U.S. Centers of the Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, have assigned the virus to Risk Group 4, their classification for the most dangerous infectious agents. That's horrifying. Florida ukulele virus it is. You guys can credit me. I coined those terms. They all appear to be teetering on the brink of oh, okay, I already read that part. But how? Questions tumbled through Osawa's mind. His fingers tapped out a quick message. He doubted he'd get a response, but he might as well try. Wait a minute! Who are you? Where are these images from? The UA virus got its name from a Swahili word for flower. Supposedly, this was based on the fact that the propagated form of the virus resembled the petals of a flower. Despite the flowery name, however, the disease was anything but pretty. UA didn't just mean flower, it also meant to kill. As the name suggested, the virus had a mortality rate of 100% in those it managed to infect. That's scary. Is this a real thing? Hold up, I'm gonna look up. Okay, no, it seems like it's not actually a real virus. I mean, I know the 100% death rate is a little spooky, but I'm just wondering if it's a real virus or not. I think it's fake. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it now, right? And I'm getting Kanan fandom.wiki. UA virus is a biological weapon of mass destruction that kills its victims within 12 hours. History: 428 Shibuya Scramble. The virus was created by an unknown country to use as a weapon. Wait, I can't read the spoilers. Okay, closing it. Viruses that kill their host is bad for the virus. I know, right? They're kamikaze viruses. Moreover, there was a very short incubation period between the infection, the onset of the symptoms, and death. Within roughly 12 hours, bleeding would set in throughout the body, everywhere but the bones and muscles, with lethal results. Due to its incredibly high mortality rate, the disease's very existence has been kept hidden from public knowledge. Osawa's computer chimed to signify the arrival of a new email. Facts. I just attached to this stream and suck all the buns out. Come on, you generate half the puns. Ableton's the other half. Tell that to COVID, Sag. Fuck. I mean, COVID's just not very smart, apparently. The sender was 8. Ah! He hurried to open the message. Once again, the subject line read, 1 year ago, South Africa. No more pictures, please. Your crimes. Dun dun dun! Is he working for the company that manufactured this disease? Osawa stared at those 2 words, my crimes. That left him with only further questions. He looked again at the images from the previous email. What makes any of this my crimes? He could see that the patient's bleeding was severe. Also, I think I figured out my OBS issue. Have to downgrade OBS, but it loses Twitch connectivity feature. Really? You have to downgrade? Because I know, right, when I had issues with OBS, like a really, really big Windows update had dropped. It wasn't, well, I'm not on Windows 11 right now, but this was like, I don't know, 6-7 months ago. There was a really big Windows update around then too, and so when I updated Windows, it just obliterated OBS, and I think it's probably because, like, I think uninstalling the Elgato audio drivers worked because, like, oh, there was something in their drivers, the software of the drivers, that wasn't compatible with the new Windows update, but, so it was interfering with OBS's ability to, I don't know, like, still detect audio desktop audio output, but, I didn't have to downgrade OBS. Also, what the fuck did I do? I know, right? It's probably just one of those things of like, oh, he works for an evil company, XD. He estimated that several hours had passed since the onset of the disease. It wouldn't be long before their lives were cut short. To feel that agony, that suffering, and then to perish. Am I to blame for that? I tried doing the Elgato stuff, but it didn't work. Yeah. I mean, I think you and I probably are suffering from different causes because it's a solid many months apart. But yeah. If it didn't work, I have no other possible solution, so... Another faint knock came at the door. Darling, do you have a moment? It was his wife, Ai. Yes, come in. Just give me a second. Osawa hurriedly closed the mail program. Oh, of course we don't want her to see that shit. Give me just a second. Osawa hurriedly closed the mail program. Even if it was nothing more than some sick prank, it wasn't anything he wanted his family to see. Especially not Ai. She's Ai. Alright, come on in. But Osawa turned to see that Ai had already let herself into the study. The sharp sting of her perfume made him scrunch up his face for a moment. Have you reconsidered the whole America thing? She asked. Then ain't this again, Osawa thought sullenly to himself. Please, he said, can we not discuss this right now? If not now, then when? You know this isn't a decision to make on your own. It's just a business trip, no? On his latest business trip, a major American pharmaceutical firm had attempted to headhunt him, asking him to join them and be among the top researchers in the world. Oh. The money and prestige held no interest for him, and he was reluctant to turn his back on Okoshi Pharmaceutical after his many years of service. Let's see what it says with them. The pharmaceutical company for which Kenji Osawa works. It is a major corporation with a solid sales network, both domestically and internationally, and an annual turnover of 1 trillion yen. It holds patents for several medications that are in demand worldwide and is influential at the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare and other political institutions. The company employs roughly 7,000 people, including 600 workers. So there it is. I'm guessing he works for this company, right, that manufactured the disease, and he probably had some research that contributed to it. You also have a bootleg of... Oh, I see. Okay. That makes a little more sense. Why do you have a bootleg version? I think, can't you just, like, get the, like, Windows keys are cheap, no? Damn huge RBF. What's RBF mean? What does RBF mean? Resting bitch face. Oh. I've never heard it called RBF, my bad. For real though, what's her problem? I mean, she's his wife, and I'm assuming he might move to the US. Nonetheless, he was intrigued by the offer. It would mean the chance to conduct his virus research in a much better funded environment. Here we go. Here we go. Taking the job, however, would necessitate relocating to the US. When he'd mentioned the possibility of immigrating to ICE, she shot the idea down on the spot. Her opposition was understandable. Do they speak English? Ai's father, Suguru Makino, was a member of Okoshi Pharmaceuticals' board of directors. No way he was going to let Osawa jump ship to another company. Darling. Oh, God. Darling, please. I drew in closer to him. Think about it from my perspective. If you leave for America, what am I supposed to tell my father? She's a bitch. I built my PC in 2016 when I was a poor college student, so no money for Windows Key. But aren't Windows keys super cheap? I think I got mine for just like not even $10 on eBay. But you know what? To be fair, poor college student. I feel you there. Or am I thinking of something different? Life Virus, you're the one who helped me get my Windows key. They were like, oh, right. Also in 2016, yeah, because like, well, I mean, couldn't you get? I don't know. I think I got mine on like eBay for really cheap because, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not telling you as in like, yeah, Eon, why didn't you just dish out the money? I'm actually I'm just like trying to like think about what I did too. Well, legit Windows keys versus farmed eBay keys. Is there a... Oh. If you buy from Windows, they're expensive, like $100. Yeah. If you get it from some sus source, they're cheap. Ah, fuck. Okay. We got it from eBay. He had gotten so used to it, that grating whine of hers. Oh my god, your wife is a bitch, bro. Divorce her ass. Have you considered what might happen to Okoshi if you leave, dear? We can discuss that once all this is finished. Osawa kept his voice as level as he could. You do remember that you're a director, right? I said. You have responsibilities. Stop thinking about yourself so much. Wow. The text spawning is so slow. Stop thinking about yourself so much. I'm trying to give her a bitchy, like, high school cheerleader voice. With a sour look, I turned and departed. What a bitch. Poor Osawa. He's depressed, bro. Well, had he known he'd be moving to America, he had known that moving to America would never be a simple matter, regardless of what his wife thought about it. However, there was another reason. However. The antiviral agent that he had developed at Okoshi. A therapeutic drug Okay. I thought it would give some information on the antiviral agent that he developed, but this is just a definition of what it means. After the UA virus was discovered, infectious disease research facilities worldwide had thrown themselves into a top-secret effort to develop a vaccine. But Makino had ordered Osawa to work on creating an antiviral agent, not a vaccine. The vaccine immunized the subject in order to prevent infection in the first place. Conversely, an antiviral agent could be used to treat patients already infected. It was a so-called wonder drug for combating the virus itself. Creating such a drug was far easier said than done. Developing the antiviral had been a long and arduous road. Only after years of research had Osawa's team succeeded in identifying a substance that might qualify as an antiviral agent for UA. In theory, if it was administered during the virus's initial stages, 100% recovery could be attained. Data also suggested an 80% survival rate for patients treated shortly after the onset of symptoms. But there was a fatal flaw with the new antiviral agent. The side effects in the body were unusually potent. If it was administered in amounts beyond a certain threshold, it was linked to life-threatening complications. Like, my favorite thing about, like, medical advertisements, it's like, yeah, this is your cure for depression, and then in, like, really fast, high-pitch text and audio, as they, like, as they play like a happy clip in the background of people prancing through a field happily, they'll be like, side effects may include like hemorrhaging, heart attacks, like blood clotting. I don't know. Like sometimes I love how it's like antidepressant. Side effects may include depression. It's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. It's a Spider-Man meme. But anyway, tangent. Sorry. For a time, the research was at an impasse. It seemed that the drug had to be administered in high volume to combat the explosive propagation of the UA virus. But then Osawa had received some fortuitous news. Okoshi Pharmaceuticals nanotechnology branch had engineered a cutting-edge device known as the DDS. DDS. Acronym for Drug Delivery System. Okay. Osawa had jumped on it immediately. By administering his antiviral agent with the nanotech DDS, he was able to use similar amounts of the drug to quash the UA virus with precision. The procedure was a huge success. There was a marked increase in the drug's efficacy, along with the expected decrease in adverse side effects. The effects have been confirmed via animal testing on monkeys. The antiviral was ready for the final development stages, clinical trials on humans. But the very existence of this new wonder drug was still a secret. No doubt Okoshi's leadership would be reluctant to see Osawa, the drug's lead researcher, transferred to another company. Still, it wasn't completely outside the realm of possibility. Once the antiviral was out of development and announced to the public, Osawa would be free and clear. For that very reason, he was loath to cause any friction over the drug right now. This anxiety only magnified his concern about the email he just received. Osawa called up Tanaka over the intercom. There's something I want to show you. Could you come in here? He needed a second opinion, and Tanaka could be relied upon. Osawa opened the door the moment Tanaka knocked. He looked around before ushering his vice director in. What's this about, sir? This. Osawa showed him one of the images. Tanaka's face went pale. It can't be. Tanaka clearly recognized the symptoms of the UA virus. Any idea what this is about? Osawa asked. No, sir. These images were just emailed to me. 1 year ago, South Africa. That would put it around the same time as the most recent run of infections, wouldn't it, sir? But that information isn't. Tanaka trailed off. Osawa nodded. The thing I don't understand is why these pictures were sent to me. Osawa opened another email from The second message I got says that these are pictures of my crimes. I'll look into this on my end, sir, Tanaka said. He hesitated uncomfortably. Ow. Sir, just to make sure are you asking what I think you're asking about? Tanaka gave a slight nod. Understood, Osawa said. Don't worry. I won't trouble you. I appreciate that, sir. Visibly relieved, Tanaka left the study. Osawa brought up a folder marked UA virus on his screen. Within the folder were enlarged images of the virus itself. He double-clicked one of the images. It blew up on the monitor to reveal the pathogen in intricate detail. A specimen of the UA virus was approximately 100 nanometers in diameter. 10,000 of them would line up to take barely a millimeter. So let me go back to standing on my desk. I brought it to sitting maybe about 20 minutes ago. Time to stand again. But a single tiny virion upon entering the human body would become 2,000 in an hour. That speed of multiplication was nothing short of astonishing. Even the Ebola virus had a typical incubation period of 7 days or so before infectees develop symptoms. For influenza, it was 1 or 2, but the onset of the UA virus happened in a mere 12 hours. Osawa viewed an image slideshow of the virus's propagation mechanism. It was a fascinating sight no matter how many times he looked at it. Viruses existed to multiply, nothing more. They had no motives, no driving logic. Hey, life virus. So you exist to multiply, nothing more. Like a rabbit. This guy is such a huge nerd. Holy, he looks like a nerd. Look at him. To Osawa, that fact held a certain air of mystery. If viruses had emotions, how would they feel about their lives? Oh, what a thing to say. He had thrown himself into virus research in search of answers to questions like that, answers that no man could truly know. Oh, whoa, what the heck? Hold on. His development of the antiviral agent had really been nothing more than another job responsibility. He felt no particular sense of duty to protect people from a killer virus. Okay. I felt kind of bad for Osawa at first, because I'm like... Also, today's Monday, right? Okay. I felt kind of bad for Osawa at first, because I'm like, yo, this guy's wife's a bitch. He kind of a psycho too! I too live a life where African drum music plays in the background while a camera pans over my serious face. Yes, you do. He was just happy for the chance to play around with the UA day after day. Another email arrived in his inbox. Osawa furrowed his brow as he scanned over the message. Emergency alert. Come to Heaven Publishing ASAP. If not, someone is going to die. Minorikawa. Heaven Publishing. Minorikawa. Osawa wasn't familiar with either of those names. He wondered if it was related to the mysterious emails he had received earlier, or maybe the sender had some information about the kidnapping. The fact that the message had been signed with a real name instead of a pseudonym, along with its obvious urgency, certainly gave an air of truth. Wait, kidnapping? I'm confused. Wait, is this the Osawa kidnapping is separate from Hitomi's sister, right? What was her sister's name? Maria? I think I might have missed over something if there's a kidnapping in Osawa's story that's separate from that kidnapping. And the word someone was going to die filled him with the panic. Maria, okay. There was no time to waste. In a rush, he found directions to Heaven Publishing on his computer, then slipped out of the house. But wait, what's his connection to Maria? Huh? I'm so confused now. Osawa's not like their family or something, right? It took a good while to find his way to the multi-tenant building. The signs in front showed that Heaven Publishing occupied the 3rd and 4th floors. Osawa took the elevator to the 3rd floor. He peeked inside the offices there only to find the entire place empty. The 4th floor was likewise deserted. There was a rope dangling from the ceiling, tied off into a noose. It seemed all rather sinister, but Osawa had no idea what it meant. He waited a good 30 minutes, anxious the whole time. The half hour turned to an hour, and then to 2. It seemed that no one was going to turn up. Osawa headed back to the 3rd floor. He decided to wait there for 1 more hour. Wow, this dude's patient. By now he was committed. The extra hour turned into 2. Exhausted, he dozed off in his chair, and when he came to, it was close to sundown. Sunset already. He gazed out the window, the haze of sleep still clinging to his mind. He had the feeling he was forgetting something important, but the sight of the sun quietly setting over the cityscape made the crisis of life feel strangely distant. The time of peace and quiet he had longed for was right here. If I walked into a building and see a noose hanging there, I'm like, I'm fucking booking it, dude. Peace the fuck out, same. That would be a huge bra moment, because it would feel as if they left that there for you, no? And you'd be like, bye-bye. Goodbye. A bad end? Okay, I'm actually not sure why we got a bad end here. A mysterious email told Osawa to go to Heaven Publishing, but nobody was there. This email was sent by Minorikawa, of course, at around 11:30. He blasted out an email to all the reporters he knew, but in his hurry, he screwed up one of the addresses, which coincidentally delivered a copy of the message to Osawa. Obviously, this never would have happened if Minorikawa hadn't rushed out that email. Wait, I don't remember that we sent an email with him even. So 11:30. So can I go through here now? Wait, I wanna read that message again, actually. Okay, 11:30, yeah. Okay, this is the first time so far, honestly. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, but... Okay, so it seems as if... Okay, so 11:30 is where we hit the keep out on Minorikawa, so... We need to be able to continue his story to get the right ending for Osawa. You can't break Minorikawa's keep out without a jump. Yeah, but... Huh. I guess, Okay, what would have caused... I mean, okay. And that jump might not necessarily come from Osawa, even if Minorikawa is mentioned there. Yeah, so I'm trying to think about who else could have caused an issue with the email. I mean, it seems like it's Osawa because, right, Kano, Achi, and Tama, none of them have yet met Minorikawa. Like, neither Minorikawa nor Osawa. And neither of them would have really had cause. Like, these stories are almost not overlapped at all yet. Aside from Kano knows Minorikawa via the taxi. But, like, they actually haven't encountered each other yet because we changed that decision. Like, so actually Kano and Minorikawa haven't met either. Huh. I don't think this would change anything, but... Oh, I actually just went to the wrong choice again. I guess if we let her in immediately, we won't respond to the email? Possibly? But that doesn't impact Minorikawa's email. Okay, we've read through all of this. Okay, we're at the wrong spot. 11:30. Let me know if there's anything you don't understand and need a hint also. I'm thinking pretty hard on this. I am a little stumped though, because what indicates a jump again, actually, real quick as well. I'm gonna look at the controls. I think it was like orange text. It looks like the tab. Oh, it's red highlighted text, okay. Is there... Is there a jump possibly right in Osawa's timeline? Alright, I'm gonna think about this for like another minute, and if I can't figure it out, Life Iris, I'm gonna be like, give me a hint. Well, because Minorikawa, it has to be between Minorikawa and Osawa, I think. Like, it's not feasible for it to be any of the other three characters because they literally just haven't met. And, like, none of them are even on computers anyways. Like, Achi's in a sketchy-ass bar, Kano's, like, out on the road, and, like, Tama is... I don't really know where Tama is, but, I don't remember where she is. XD. We've had a keep out in Minorikawa. Let's try this taxi choice real quick. I don't think that's it, though. Wait here, I'll be right back. Minorikawa was out of the cabin in an instant, running for the building. Once inside, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe we saved time by, I don't know, like, not paying the dude. Oh, okay. None of the text had the book, so I can't skip to it. Okay. If this isn't the right way, though, I'll be like, hint. When he got there, blah blah blah. I just went to drink water and spilled on myself. This is fine. I'll just spam through all this. Can you guys hear me button mashing my spacebar? Oh, I should be keeping an eye out for red text, actually. I shouldn't be spamming. I should actually be, like, scanning a little bit. Spam! We got some good keyboard ASMR. Well, you know, it's almost gas heater, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Oh, that was really loud. I saw it peak all the way almost to red. Okay. I'm actually not 100% sure Life Iris, so I wouldn't mind a hint. Basically, so I hit a bad end because you needed to make a choice for Minorikawa at 11:30, but you're not there yet in Minorikawa's story. The game devolved that choice to a bad one. Minorikawa has a keep out, but you didn't find the jump in Osawa's branch. So it has to be somewhere else. Check other people's stories who have not ended in a keep out. Interesting. Okay, so Kano's story is done for now. Because, right, that's almost at hour 12. Achi is at a keep out. Oh, it has something to do with the kidnapping, though, it mentioned. When you hit keep outs, you want to play other people's stories until they all hit to be continued. Okay, I see. Car strip by one after another, and I saw no sign of a blue band after a while. Let's see. If I go through like this, will it show me, like blue, red text? Because it all turns orange when I'm looking like this. And then... Oh, we actually saw... Oh, we're hitting the blue van now. He told me, look. There it was. Wait a minute, JK, this is the same ending we got before. In this case, it's Tama's the only one left, I guess. Okay. So did we not... I'm so confused, but we played Tama's story, no? So are we locked out of Tama again? Or I guess... The consequences of changing Kano's story changed Tama's story, I think. I'm moderately confused now. Clutching samples in my furry fist. Give it to the businessman on the left, right, so it doesn't give it to what's-his-face. Here you go, sir. A free sample of Burning Hammer, the latest and greatest diet drink. Exilomao. The businessman flashes me a look of utter contempt and makes a point of avoiding me as he slips past. Bam, there goes the wind right out of my sails. I wonder how the other mascot is doing about now. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the last time we hit Tama's story. We did! Oh, we did jump straight to... Oh my god, we literally didn't finish playing Tama's story before. The other part that we got so far into her story was because... Well, I mean, that it still should have played out the rest of her story that we still would have encountered either way, right? I'm a little confused. Oh god, it's been too long since we played Tama. There's a sales demo happening today at 1 o'clock in the Nokane building. Oh, looks like the chicken has handed out all kinds of samples. I don't get it. How come nobody's taken mine? We've read all of this already, so. I think we read all of this as well, actually. Chimkin. Okay, it's going through to her taking the suit off. Will when I'm going through the orange text like this, will it show me red? It should show the red text. Okay, so I'm not... okay. I'm not actually reading most of this. I'm just kind of skimming it for colors and, like, right, skimming 1 or 2 sentences to see if I read it before. Like, they're talking about, right, how, because they're talking about the... What do you say? How Mr. What was his name? Yanagihori? Got the bottles. Yeah, and this was how Tama met Yanagihori. Can you go up and check the blue sai? Okay. Don't let it get you down, sir, I say, hoping to comfort him, but, oh! Yanagishita. Yanagihori, what is that from? That's from, what, a corpse party? Yeah, okay, sorry, they're the principal and his, son. Yoshikazu Yanagihori, XD Lamau, I'm getting all the characters mixed up. A deep breath and oh my gosh, wait, so jumps can be hidden in the details. I forgot about... Did they say that during the tutorial? I think they might have, but oh shit. Because I also remember Life Virus, you were like, most of the time these are like insignificant and not useful. Fuck. Okay, now, from now on we're checking all the blue text. Because again, like a lot of them just tend to be like definitions. So I'm like, psh, I don't need to have psi defined for me. XD Lamau. Most. Okay, shut up. Listen, I used the roundup property. A deep breath emphatically exhaled, often a sign of disappointment, stress, or unrequited love. Also a way of expressing the anxiety brought on by massive debt. One has no money to give, only sighs. Right around now, Minorikawa is in the company of someone inclined to sigh this way. Okay. Yeet! Unrequited love, I know, right? Jump. I wonder what Tama looks like. Kibauto. Okay, no, it's just... Toyama let out a long, heavy sigh of resignation. It's the scratch cards that were in 4-star general gossip. Checking all of them. A type of lottery card featuring areas printed with a special silver ink. These silver inked areas can be scratched off with just a fingertip or coin to reveal potential winnings, providing a quick speed lotto fix. In order to prevent the symbols or letters underneath is the silver from shadowing through, the back of the card is printed in black. Somehow you always seem to lose when you've got your hopes up but manage to win when you least expect it. This dude balls than a mofo. What does that even mean? You just check for jumps, I guess. Yeah, but that seems... Okay, you know what? We'll read them all for now, and then when I get bored of it. That's where the problem is. And what is the problem? If you shine a light on the cards from behind, you can see where the winning symbols are. Whoa! I messed up dealing with the printing company. All of this, he gestured vaguely, is my fault. My responsibility. He proceeded to explain the situation in detail. Word was quick to leak on the internet that there was a way to find the winning symbols, and suddenly thousands of cardholders turned up en masse to collect. Heaven Publishing was hit with a massive financial liability, and the employees rushed to flee a sinking ship. Before Toyama realized it, he was the only one left at the company, and he was up against the deadline for next month's 4-star general gossip. If I have to drop next month's issue, I'll be in debt even deeper. And if that happens, I'm finished. Toyama gave a dismal groan. So drop the issue, Minorikawa snapped. He pounded his fist right into the side of a cardboard box. But Toyama just shook his head weakly. I've been up for 3 days straight trying to fill the pages. It's not even enough. I can't do the impossible. He dropped his gaze to the floor. Countless scratch cards lay scattered about. They'd probably been amidst the pile that had fallen off the desk earlier. Each card showed a neat row of 5 win symbols. You can't know if it's impossible if you don't see it through. I'll never make it in time. The proof needs to be done by 8 o'clock this evening. Final stage before print. Okay, I'm already bored of reading all the text XD. Well then, Minorikawa thought to himself. He let out a sigh, then held his hand out to Hana. Hana, would you mind giving me that hose? Hana gave her father a quick look, then handed the rubber hose to Minorikawa. This won't be necessary. He tossed the rubber hose into the trash, then jabbed his finger at Toyama. Show me the layout and the draft proposal for next month's issue. Toyama blinked a few times in disbelief. You can't possibly be serious. I'm trying to help. Now show me the layout and the proposal before I change my mind. After a brief, incredulous pause, Toyama hurried off to grab the paperwork. A layout in publishing speak is an outline of a magazine showing which articles will occupy which page. Minorikawa gave it a quick once-over, finding that 12 of the pages were still blank and untouched. He wanted to punch whatever writers had been assigned those pages. See what I mean? Toyama said. Hopeless. He sounded perversely proud of his failure. Getting enough material to fill 12 pages by 8 o'clock. 12 pages? Why'd I say it like that? Yeah, it was definitely a tall order, alright. Says who? Minorikawa replied. Remember who you're talking to here. You seriously think you can do it? You're joking, right? Minorikawa shot back. I seriously know I can do it. There's nothing in this world that I hate more than a bad joke. Why are you doing this for me? Toyama was getting misty-eyed. I'm not doing it for you, spineless wimp. Got him. I'm doing this for poor little Hana. Minorikawa, I'm so sorry. Simon bowed his head so deeply Minorikawa thought he might put his face to the floor. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to your daughter. Oh, forgive me, please, Hana. Toyama clutched her hand tightly in his arms. The girl hugged him back on the verge of tears. Hey now, enough of the waterworks. I've got your backs, don't worry about a thing. Yo, Minorikawa's best boy, dude. I thought Achi was best boy, but Minorikawa has a lot of dignity and, morals, too. Sorry, just, swapping my water cups. Yeah, very text reading heavy games like this will tire out my throat, so I stocked up with a lot of water. Like, I know I talk for hours on stream always, but like, reading, the thing is I have to concentrate on reading as well as reading it out loud. I'm not very good at reading out loud, okay, so it takes a lot more of my brain cells. Minorikawa has big dick energy. He's kind of a Chad, but like a lovable Chad. He would wear a propeller hat, I think. Minorikawa picked up the draft proposal for the pages that needed filling. The words Shibuya Scuttlebutt? I'm sorry, what? Scuttlebutt? Scuttlecrab? Shibuya Scuttlebutt special were plastered across the cover sheet in big bold type. Okay, so a 12-page special edition block on Shibuya. Fair enough. Scuttle crab. Scuttle crab. Crab diff. Scuttle crab mains, let's go. And first on the docket, drink yourself thin with burning hammer, bruh. This reeked of a scam. The only way drinking more of something would make you lose weight would probably be if it were mixed with a laxative, probably. Or if I mixed up the probably. Still, there wasn't enough time to tweak the plan layout now. Fuck, I'm just like, reversing a lot of words by mistake. According to the proposal write-up, a product demo was scheduled for 1 p.m. that day. The location printed on the map was blurry and hard to make out, but Minorikawa had a rough idea where it was. It looked like he didn't have much of a choice but to swing by in hopes of getting more material. He scanned further along into the proposal. Society of Surveillance, hidden cameras installed throughout Shibuya. The rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad. Where are they now? Washed up screenwriter showcase, bruh. That's so mean. Sexy squared. Twins shared top prize at local. That's a headline. Yeah. Twins share top prize at local university beauty contest. Shibuya now. Black market organ trafficking in Shibuya? Shadowy foreign crime syndicate exposed. The 7 pieces were to fill the 12 empty pages. That was the plan at any rate, but there wasn't enough material to make any headway. The Shibuya Now article didn't even have any proposed content. This sucked hardcore. It didn't look like there was much material for the rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad either. The note suggested that, a few years prior, a group of youngsters in Shibuya had banded together to help fight crime in their neighborhoods. Achi? At this point, however, things had flipped around completely and they'd become a gang of street punks themselves. A turn to the dark side. It had the makings for an interesting article, to be sure, but tracking down this gang would take time. Minorikawa was personally intrigued by the stroke. Starting over. Minorikawa was personally intrigued by the one about organ harvesting in Shibuya. The rumor was that organs are being smuggled out of Southeast Asia and fenced locally at a tremendous price. Excuse me. I need to having a hard time swallowing. Sorry. There was even a plan to ascertain the authenticity of these claims. Fascinating. And Minorikawa was going to be spending all day gathering other material, though he didn't have much time to spare for it. Shibuya, no! The rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad. Black market organ trafficking in Shibuya. Minorikawa decided that one of those 3 would have to go. He thought about it long and hard as he stared at the draft proposal. There was a good chance he'd really screw himself over if he picked the wrong one. Finally he decided to cut. Oh no! I think we could possibly cut Shibuya now because the vigilante squad Achi is involved in and black market organ trafficking is probably involved with Kano and the whole kidnapping. He decided to cut Shibuya now. He didn't have time to make up an article out of whole cloth. His goal is just to make that 4-star general gossip. Make sure that 4-star general gossip made it to press at all. Society of Surveillance, Where Are They Now, Sexy Squared. Those 3 pieces had individuals slated for interviews, but no appointments had been made with any of them. Unscheduled interviews were a dicey prospect. Minorikawa decided to call them up on his cell as he made his way down the list. The only one he managed to get a hold of was Shinnosuke Oarai from the Where Are They Now piece. Former broadcast writer appeared blah 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 blah. He said he'd be willing to give a 15-minute interview after 2:30. Minorikawa sighed. He'd have to get material from the others in a more impromptu fashion then. Putting his nose to the grindstone, he started throwing together a schedule for the day. Everything's gonna be alright. Good one. Was it possible to get all that material and write it all up and still finish the whole thing by 8 o'clock? Looking a little sus there, my brother. It was no use. No matter how he tweaked it, none of his simulations ended with him having a proof ready on time. He just needed one more thing. And that was another writer. Minorikawa zoomed through his contacts list, calling up all the freelancers he knew. The results were depressing. Answering machines, overseas on business, in the hospital, currently doing time. Before long, he'd called everyone he could think of except for one novice freelancer, Chiaki Iso. Chiaki was a bit of an odd duck, a reporter who was scared to talk to people. Minorikawa had never known anyone who became so hopelessly flustered in a one-on-one setting. In such a rattled state that no one is as to be unable to speak. Chiaki's tendency to become flustered is famous among her freelance writer colleagues. Once she conducted an hour-long interview during which she only managed to ask her interview subject's name. Yet another chapter in the legend of hopelessly flustered Chiaki. That's so sad. I feel for you, sister. If she couldn't talk to other people, she certainly couldn't do interviews. And if she couldn't get any real interview content, she wouldn't be able to write much in the way of copy. Would she come to his aid if asked? Quite probably. The issue is whether she would hinder more than help. This was no time for beggars to be choosers. He decided to call up Chiaki. What he needed now were dependable folks he could count on. He decided to email all his contacts from back in his staff reporter days. Oh, jeez. I think let's call Chiaki because he said she's dependable, right? Or like if he asks her for help, she'll answer. So this was no time for beggars to be choosers. Minorikawa decided to call up Chiaki. Oh, wait, no, I understand now. Okay, wait, okay, wait, no. This is how we end up with the bad end. I think. Because, right? Osawa is not a freelance writer, but he got the email about publishing. So he probably sent it to, like, literally all his contacts. Like, Minorikawa probably sent the email to all his contacts, which is the wrong email, because Osawa shouldn't have gotten it. So I think we made the right choice to call. One thing to note about jumps and keep outs also is that a jump and keep out is always at the same time. So if you have a keep out and you have that time unlocked for all the other characters, the jump has to be in one of the other characters at the same time spot. Oh, so this... Okay. So now we have unblocked. Osawa's... You got it. My brain is so fucking big. Whew, okay. The phone rang several times before a sleepy voice finally answered. Big Brain Poro, Galaxy. Oh my god. Hello? That animation freaks me out a little. I don't like it. It seems very ominous and makes Chiaki seem a little cuckoo. Chiaki, hi. It's Minorikawa desu. Are you free today? Huh? Eh? She seemed to be thrown by the abrupt question. Did you just wake up? Huh? No, I mean, well, yeah. Good morning. Her voice still sounded half asleep. So I'm guessing you don't have any work slated for today, as usual. Oh my god, Minorikawa, you're savage! Pretty much. No work, no money, no food, nothing to do except sleep. If I'm not awake, I can't dwell upon how hungry I am. Chiaki, sister, are you okay? She didn't sound well, almost like she literally didn't have anything to eat. She probably doesn't. Moshi moshi, motherfucker. Oh my god. Well, I've got work for you. I'm over at 4-Star General Gossip. Get over here ASAP. What? You really mean it? That seemed to finally wake her up. Yeah, but hurry. Minorikawa decided he'd assign Chiaki to the rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad. At first, I want you to take a look around Shibuya for this group of vigilante types. By vigilantes, you mean the people who have volunteered to help prevent crime? There was a note of relief in Chiaki's voice. Yeah, that's right. Except apparently now they've turned into a nasty street gang. Did you say street gang? Nuh-uh. No way, absolutely not. Minorikawa could almost see her shaking her head on the other end of the line. What if I get killed or sold into slavery overseas or something? He doubted there was much of a chance of the latter, or former for that matter, but still, he understood her concern. Alright, I hear you, he said. Then how about you go hang around Shibuya Station and do some street interviews for me? Street interviews? There was a nervous waver in Chiaki's voice now. Yeah, just talk to a normal regular person. Just talk to normal regular people walking around the outside of the train station. Should be fine, yeah? Mina-san. Street interviews aren't really, apparently it was beyond her capacity to give him a simple no. No buts. Just interview at least 10 people and get me an article by 6 o'clock. Oh, so we chose the wrong article, probably. We chose the wrong article to out. Fuck. Okay. Minorikawa had originally planned to axe the Shibuya Now piece because it didn't have any content, but getting some quotes from people on the street would at least make for— oh, wait. Huh. So he's still asking her to do an interview. Well, what was the other one? The other one was about the organ harvesting. If we had chosen to cut— I'm trying to see the matrix and like the matrix in this one. If we chose to cut Shibuya Now. So then the other options were organ harvesting and the street gang. Well, I mean, he could have— okay, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I don't think we made that bad of a consequential choice because there was still the other story he could have given her. That gave him a sudden idea. He'd take on the vigilante story himself and have Chiaki handle Shibuya Now. That was plenty of work to keep the two people occupied throughout the day. The more time-consuming organ market story would have to be cut. Huh. After explaining what kind of interviews he was after, Minorikawa hung up. Okay, I've got us another writer. We'll get through Toyama somehow. Toyama shrugged gloomily. Yeah, well then the thing is, there's actually one more problem. You kidding me? Minorikawa couldn't hide the irritation in his voice. What is it now? The loan company's sending a debt collector over at 4 o'clock, but as you can imagine, I don't have a single yen to give them. That is less than ideal, yeah. So what's the plan? Well, they said provisionally if we get the next month's issue published, they'll be willing to wait on repayment. Then there's no problem. The issue's coming out guaranteed, but they're not going to take my word on it anymore. They're going to need to prove it. If we could fill, say, half of the 12 pages by the time they show up, I could probably convince them. Alright, Minorikawa said warily. So for starters, we need 6 pages by 4 o'clock. They had to get all 12 pages done as it was. That made a perfect midpoint to shoot for. Any other problems you'd like to let me know about? No, Toyama said, that's all. I really am sorry about this, Minorikawa. Again, he bowed his head low. Minorikawa felt distinctly awkward, for he had known Toyama for years and had never been, kowtoed like this before? Kowtoed? Yeah, well, just let me handle it, alright? Minorikawa unfolded a map of Shibuya. The first order of business was deciding where to begin getting content. He marked the editing office with a circle, then considered where to head to next. Diet drink sales demo center gai. Where are they now? Sakuragaoka Theater Ace. Society of Surveillance, Dogenzaka, Endo Electronics. Oh, Endo! That'll link us to Achi possibly? Oh, Achi's not there right now. Sexy Squared, Midoriyama Academy. University associated with Midoriyama High School. Notable alumni include famous actress Masami Nagahama. Oh, Masami was that's the woman, right? That like they thought Kano's screensaver was, right? Something like this. Shibuya Vigilantes, location TBD. The diet drink sales demo was at 1 o'clock, and the interview with Shinosuke Oarai for Where Are They Now was slated for 2:30, so those times were set. The question was what to do in the interim? It was a little early, but maybe he should just go to the center guy and get an interview at the diet drink sales demo. It was a bit of a hike, but maybe he should go to Dogenzaka and check out Endo Electronics. Endo Electronics would help us link back to Achi at some point, but Achi's not there. What time is it right now? It's 11:30. Let's try the demo. It was a little early, but maybe he should go to the center guy and start gathering material around the diet drink sales demo. Once the event started, things might be too busy for him to get any FaceTime. Oh, wait, we should have gone to the electronics because Achi's dad would have been there, so we could have talked. Oh my god, you know, it's fine. Once the event started, things might be too busy for him to get any FaceTime. If he got there ahead of time, he'd be able to ask more questions. Okay, I'm heading out, and don't even think about doing anything else stupid while I'm gone. Got it? Minorikawa tossed the draft proposal into his bag and hurried out of Heaven Publishing. Okay, I think that's to be continued probably for Minorikawa? Because, right, this is the 11 to 12 hour, no? Oh, preparations for the Burning Hammer Diet Drink Sales demo, that's a mouthful, seemed to be well underway when he arrived at the Nokane building. Minorikawa could hear voices from somewhere ahead as he made his way down the corridor. Oh, so we're gonna link up with Tama, I guess? He knocked at the door and a tired-looking man poked his head out. Yes, can I help you? Hi, my name is Minorikawa. I'm a freelance writer. I'd like to interview you about Burning Hammer. Oh, an interview? The man's face lit up with an enormous smile. Are you the person in charge then? Minorikawa asked. That's me. Name's Junichi Yanagishita. Thanks for your interest in Burning Hammer. Drink all you want and just burn those pounds away. Instant sales pitch, eh? Well, at least the guy was confident in his product. Is that tagline actually true? Minorikawa asked. The more you drink, the more you lose? Absolutely. Have try for yourself and you'll see. Have a free sample. Yanagishita produced a small bottle from his jacket pocket. It was filled with some kind of red liquid. So this is Burning Hammer, huh? And yes, and I don't mind telling you it's a fantastic product. The proud smile on Yanagishita's face spread from ear to ear. Thinking. Minorikawa opened the bottle. Oh hey, Yanagishita said quickly, before you drink that. What? You're not on an empty stomach right now, are you? Minorikawa blinked. What? Well, it's just if you drink the product on an empty stomach, how do I put this? There are some minor health... I mean, it's just the body might not, Don't sweat the details, it's fine, Minorikawa said. I didn't have any breakfast this morning, but hey. Ah! Oh no. He tipped the tiny bottle back and drained it in a single go. It didn't taste bad, really. In fact, it didn't take much of anything. We shouldn't have gone to the demo. Not much flavor, huh? He said. Well, yeah, it starts out that way in the beginning. Are you feeling alright? Alright, how? Not again. Everybody getting got. Just, you know, right? Are you sure you're feeling fine? Look, what is it? Minorikawa asks. If you want to say something, just say it. Well, alright then. So it turns out that if you drink it on an empty stomach, some nasty stuff can happen. Nasty stuff? Meaning what exactly? Let's see. First, there's a tingling sensation on the tongue. Indeed, an uncomfortable tingling was starting to spread along Minorikawa's tongue. After that, your whole body starts to get hot, like whoosh! Minorikawa felt a flush spread across his skin. He started sweating all over. Sweat was practically streaming from his pores. A sort of steam will start coming out of your ears and nose. Water vapor began to gush from his ears and nostrils as the kettle had reached a boil. And finally... Before Minorikawa could hear the last thing, his body launched into the air like a rocket. This didn't happen to other people. His head crashed in the ceiling and he crumbled right back to the floor. It felt like his heart might shoot out from his sword at any moment. Yeah, it kind of goes like that. Yanagishita finished. He looked down at Minorikawa with pity in his eyes. It goes kind of like that? What the hell are you thinking selling something like this? Well, it's just... This isn't a diet aid, it's a death trap. Minorikawa shuddered, his whole body racked with pain. Well, to be fair, I did ask whether or not you were on an empty stomach. Go to hell, you psychopath! You can't be allowed to sell this poison. I'm taking you down. Clutching his pen as if it were a sword, Minorikawa lurched to his feet, his mind little more than a blur. Die! He lunged for his bow. Oh my god, what's going on? Yanagishita screamed. Okay, this is a bad end. I knew it, though. I literally said we should have just gone to Endo Electronics. Over the course of the next 2 hours, Minorikawa chased the diet drink salesman around the building in a berserk haze. When someone finally alerted the police, it took 4 officers to subdue him. And when he finally came to his detention, in his detention cell, the 4-star general gossip deadline had long since passed. He turned and faced the wall, muttering to himself. Bad end. Well, we know what we did wrong, though. If only I'd eaten breakfast. Well... That's not what we did wrong. We should have gone to Endo Electronics. Fuck, dude. Everything to do with Burning Hammer, we just don't make that. Let's just avoid it. Well, I do know how to fix this, so that's not a problem, I think. Yep. Yeah. I was literally thinking that. Because I was like, even when I made the choice, I was like, wait, we should have just gone to Endo Electronics because Achi's dad could have helped us somehow. Kind of curious what it tastes like now. I mean, they say it doesn't taste like anything, no? Alright, well, I think I actually just realized that it's almost 11, so I think that's actually a good time to end stream. Sorry, I started to talk a little more quietly in the last 10-20 minutes because, again, it's Monday, it's getting a little late, so I don't want to make too much noise. So I think that's it for me for today. I'm getting so, this game is so good. I'm enjoying it so much. Snoozy Poro indeed. And I'm glad, Life Iris, that I streamed today because 1, this game is popping off. It's really grabbing my attention. And 2, you could be here for the live stream part of this, not just the VOD. Anything for you, BB. Anyways, to your anniversary, let's fucking go! We'll do something more special sometime soon to acknowledge that I have been fucking streaming on Twitch for 2 years. How the time flies. And to be fair, in the last year, my upkeep of stream has fallen apart a little bit. I have stopped streaming quite as consistently. I have stopped hosting Discord events because I'm busy and I'm lazy now, but, you know, we're still here, we're still having a great time. And streaming is still always fun because I have some of the best friends in the world that come and hang out on stream. Yeah. You can't see me, but I'm making a little punching motion, like a... Anyways. Alright, hey, that's you. Booked and busy. More like booked and lazy. But anyways. So happy surprise Monday stream because of my guilt from not streaming yesterday. Also, I could have sworn I posted into Discord. Like, I feel so guilty from not streaming yesterday, so I'm gonna stream today. But I don't see that message anymore. Did I delete it by mistake? Did I fucking, what's the word? Did I fucking butt dial and then accidentally delete it? I thought I posted that, this morning being like, ha 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 ha. So, joke's on everyone else, haha. I feel bad for not streaming yesterday, so haha, stream tonight, haha. But... is that why we only have 5 viewers? I mean, this is Shibuya Scramble stream too. It's a little less popular. I tend to get the highest viewer traffic during the Splat streams because people want to come in and play, and then Kingdom Hearts because it's just at a more convenient time. Art streams too because they're better for chatting, so more people come in around and hang out. But I mean, to be fair, Shibuya Scramble is like you said too, if you're not around from the first stream and show up consistently, you're gonna show up and be really confused. So anyways, thank you all again for coming by for our surprise Monday stream. Next stream is tomorrow. We'll be Splatoon. I almost was like, fuck, is Salmon Run gonna be closed again tomorrow? But no, Salmon Run will be open tomorrow for stream, so we're pogging. We hear from stream 1 and we're confused. This is true. I'm playing the game and I'm confused. XD. But Me scrambling. Haha, try to remember how this game works. All good. TY for helping though, and TY for not overstepping and backseating and just giving away answers, because you know me. I'm bad at games. I'm not the most intelligent person in the room, but I stubbornly want to figure them out myself, and only be given help when I ask for it. So TYBB! Anyways. Yeah. I will see you all tomorrow, and have a good rest of your nights. There we go. That only took a hot second to spit out. Alright, bye-bye now! Da-da-da.